Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is YAHMAD. So in this video I'm going to be completing paper 2 from the CIE ICT IGCSE course. Paper 2 is a practical paper which is 2 hours and 30 minutes long, and we're doing a May-June 2020 paper. So this variant is 21. So this is the exam paper which never took place, and I'm creating this video to help those who are about to set their exams for the October and November series. Okay, so let's go down. Actually, before we go down, just remember paper 2 consists of document production, which is Word, data manipulation, which is databases, and presentations. There's also a mail merge section which probably comes under document production. So these are the files we've been supplied. Okay, so we got CSV files from RTF files, CSV files, JPEGs, yeah. So if I go to my source folder, yeah, same files are here. Task 1 is to set up the evidence document. So we need to open up this file here, j2120evidence.rtf. So let's have a look for it. Yeah, it's this file here. And what we need to do is to make sure your name, center number, and candidate number appears on every page of this document. So we can include this into the header or footer, doesn't really matter which. And for center number, I will be using 5, 6, 7, 8. For candidate number, I will be using 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, in the exam, you make sure you use your own details. So to insert the header, click on Insert, Header, and I always select the option which gives us 3 columns. So I will include my name here. The center number, we will use 5, 6, 7, 8, and my candidate number 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no guidance on alignment. If you want to put everything on the left side, right side, in the middle, it's up to you. Let's go back to here. Save this document into your work area as, just click on here, J2120 evidence followed by your candidate number. So I need to include 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end. So let me just copy and paste this name. Close the header. File, save as, and I want to save it into my source folder. Let me include the name, and obviously replace the 4 9s of your candidate number. And always make sure you save it as a Word document. Okay, so we need to save it. Doesn't really say here, yeah, save this document into your work area. Doesn't say to save it as a Word document, but it's really important we do save it as a Word document, since this evidence document will include screenshots. Okay, so press save, press OK. Yeah, done. So you will need to place screenshots in this evidence document. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to start task 2, which is document production. So you're going to edit a report. The company uses a corporate house style for all of its documents. 1 paragraph style has been created and applied. Additional paragraph styles must be created and applied to the report as instructed. Right, the first thing we need to do is open up this RTF file, so J2120mtb. So let's locate the file in your source folder. Yep, it's this file here. Double click to open. Enable editing. Okay. The page setup is set to A4, portrait orientation with 2 cm margins. Do not make any changes to these settings. Okay, that's fine. Save this document into your work area in a format of the software you're using with a file name mtb study. So we need to make sure we save it as a Word document and exactly with the file name shown here. Okay, so let's save it first of all into my source folder, and make sure you include capital letters for the file name. Save it as a Word document and then click on save. Press OK. double check the name and format up here. Yes, that's fine. Okay. And the first evidence that we need to do is to place a screenshot to show the file has been saved. Make sure there's evidence of the file type. So we can do that by going to the source folder. And where is the file? Yeah, here we go. I'm just going to click on name so it comes at the top. The file type is here. Okay. If you're taking a screenshot, it's up to you what method you use. I'm just going to go with pressing the print screen button. If you want to use a snipping tool, that's up to you guys. It's whatever you're feeling comfortable with using. So since day one, this is what I've done, and I think I'm just probably going to stick with it. Okay, so crop off the part of the image you don't need. So here you can see the folder. What I'm going to do, so that's the folder name, that's the file, and that's the file type here. So actually don't do that. Yep, I'm happy with that. I think that's nice and clear. Save the changes to your evidence document, and let's go forward. So in the header we need to include your name, center number, and candidate number left align. So if we go to insert, again I always select the option which gives us 3 columns. So on the left side we need to include your name. I'm just going to separate by including commas. So your name, then center number, and then candidate number. So for center number I will use 5678, and then candidate number 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's all left aligned. Automated page numbers right aligned. So if you click on here, then if you go to page number, current position, and then select the first option here, and then we can delete the middle option. Close the header and footer. To preview, you can go to File, Print, and then you can see we've got the header details on both pages and then page numbers as well. So you've got 1 here and then 2 here. Okay, so that's the header done. In the footer, actually before we move on, make sure all alignments match the page margins. No other text or placeholders are included in the header or footer areas. Okay, headers are displayed on all pages. So is there a footer? I'm just double checking. I don't think there is. So the placeholder was the thing that we deleted in the middle. Alignment, as you can see here, is aligned to the text. Yeah, that was fine. Okay. Okay, moving forward. Create and store the following styles, basing each on a default paragraph style. So to create a new style, let's click on this little icon here to open up the styles window. You can see we have subtitle created already, and I think they did say 1 style was created. Yeah, 1 paragraph style has been created and applied. Okay, so now what we need to do is create these other styles. So let's start with MB title. You can copy the name. Obviously if you're doing it in an exam, you won't have the paper electronically, so you'd have to type the name. So to create a new style, you click on this little icon here. It's an A with a plus on. It's going to be based on the previous paragraph style. Yeah, default paragraph style, so we can keep this the same. Let's enter the name first of all. And we have to choose a sans serif font. So if it's sans serif, I'm going to go with Arial. Size is going to be 36. Alignment is going to be center. Alignment is already center. Bold, single line spacing, and no space before or after. So let's take off underline, make it bold, and let me check the line spacing. So if we go to format paragraph, no space before or after, and the line spacing should be single. Press OK. Press OK. So that's your MB title created. Okay, let's create the subhead now. So same principle, click on the A plus icon, enter the name. Again, the font style is going to be sans serif, so we can choose Arial, and the font size is going to be 18. Okay. Alignment is center, enhancement is italic and underlined, so we take off the bold and make it italic and underlined. Single line spacing and 6 points after. So if I go to format, paragraph, single line spacing, and we've got 6 points after, which will create a space after. Let's press OK. Done. This is changing, but it's fine. We can change it to the correct style later. Finally, we need to apply or create MB body. I don't know why that keeps going off. Okay. Again, based on the previous paragraph style or the default paragraph style. This time the font style says serif, so we can go with Times New Roman. Size of the font will be 12 and the alignment will be justified. So justified is this option here where it's going to be straight on both sides of the paragraph. No enhancements, so we can take off the italic and the underlined. Yeah, check the preview, it's come off. Single line spacing and 6 point space after. So if we go to format, paragraph, yeah, spacing 6 points after, single line spacing, done. Okay, for evidence 2, actually let me just first of all highlight this as being completed. For evidence 2, place in your evidence document a screenshot to show the style settings have been defined for MB subhead style. Make sure this style is based on a default paragraph style. So we need to show the middle one. So what I'm going to do is go to MB subhead, right click, modify, and I'm going to click on format and paragraph. So now we can take a print screen of this and this, showing 6 points after, single line spacing. It shows here as well, but I like to include this print screen as well, or this window as a print screen. Okay, let me take my print screen. Press OK, press OK. Evidence 2, paste it in, and then obviously crop off the parts which you don't need. Make this as big as possible. Save the changes. Let's go back to the Word document, and that's done. So that's 2 marks there for that print screen, so make sure you are getting these print screens correct. Question 4, display these custom style names as a list in Style Manager and then provide a screenshot. Okay, so this is going to be 1 mark. What that basically means, the Style Manager or Organizer, is we need to show a print screen of this. So again, if you want to use a snipping tool or whatever method you want to, it's up to you. So this is evidence 3. Yeah, evidence 3. Again, make sure your print screens are nice and clear. You crop off with the parts which are not necessary. And here you can see all of the styles have been created. Okay, 1 was there before, and you just created 3 now. Save your changes. Let's just move that down, or let's just make this a bit bigger. Yeah, done. Okay, at the start of the document, enter the title Mountain Bike Study. Just copy this. Obviously you guys would have to enter this title, so let me just press enter and go to line above, paste it in, and make sure you don't make spelling mistakes, and where you see capital letters you include the capital letters. Right, apply the MB title style to this text. I think it's already been applied, but let me double check. So if I just highlight this, MB title, no, that's the title, and I just want to double check this table here. So 36 center bold, sans serif font. Yep, looks right to me. Okay, done that. Right, for question 6, enter your name immediately after the subtitle revised by. Okay, so let's go and enter our name. Obviously you write your name, not mine. Okay, done. The style MB subtitle has already been created, stored and applied to the subtitle text. Modify the MB subtitle style so only the following formatting is applied. Okay, so let's go to here. First of all, let's just apply the subtitle again to this, and then let's modify it. So it's got to be a sans serif font, so we change that to Arial. So I always like to stick between Arial and Times New Roman. If it's sans serif, go with Arial. Serif, Times New Roman, you can see the difference is you have little ticks at the end of each letter, which makes it serif. So let's go for Arial. Size is going to be 18 and the alignment will be right. Enhancement is italic, single line spacing. So take off the underline, and then if we go to format and paragraph, let's change the line spacing to single and then no space before or after. Okay, so what we're going to do now is take, for your evidence document, a screenshot of this style. Okay, so since we have this window open already, I can take my print screen. Just press OK, OK. Save the changes, what we've done so far. Paste it in. Again, you want to have nice, clear screenshots to show exactly what you've done. And then you can increase the size of the screenshots. Done. Okay. Yep, I'm happy with that. Save the changes. So you can see the font style, the size, the enhancement, and obviously these settings here. No space before or after, single line spacing. Information is also shown here as well. So it's optional for me to take this screenshot, but I like to do so. Okay, so that was 2 marks there. Apply the M-body style to the rest of this document. Okay. So I'm just going to highlight all the text. Click on MB body. Okay, I just want to double check, is it meant to be italic? MB body. No, it's not, so I must have made a mistake before. So that's why it's useful to double check. So right click, modify. So I must have left the enhancement on. So it's always important you're checking what you're doing. So the MB body should be Times New Roman, 12, justified. No enhancements, so I must have left it on from the previous style. Should have 6-point space after. Have a quick look. Yeah. Okay, now it looks a bit better. So you saw it was really easy to make a mistake. I obviously must not have read the question properly, or I'm trying to rush. But always go back to this table and double check if you feel like you made a mistake or you just want to double check what you've done. So normally the body text is not italic, so that's for that reason I went back and checked. Okay, question 8. Apply the square shaped bullets to the text from increase cardiovascular fitness. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the Find tool. So if I press Ctrl and F, then you can start typing in the text. Okay, I forgot to include the I, but you can see. So what we need to do, bullet points from increased cardiovascular fitness to levels anxiety and depression, which is, where is that up to? Sorry, let me double check again. So let me find this now. I don't know, I can't see that. Let me see where we got up to. Maybe it's right in front of my eyes and I just can't see. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it's up to that point, isn't it? So that's a bit silly. It's straightforward actually. So highlight from increased cardiovascular fitness to here levels anxiety and depression. So that's why it's useful to use this find tool. So if you press Ctrl and F, and then let's make it into bullet points. So we want to select square. Okay, the bullets are indented 2 centimeters from the left margin with a hanging indent applied if the text wraps to a second line. The list is in single line spacing with no space between the lines. There is a 6-point space after the last item in the list. So let's highlight these bullet points again. If you go to paragraph, there's a little icon here where we can edit the indentation. So first of all, the indentation should be 2 centimeters from the left margin, and you can check in a preview. Yep, this is going to be 2 centimeters in. The settings is automatically set to hanging. You can change it if it's not, which means the second line should be slightly indented. And what we don't want is any spacing in between the lines. So if I leave this on right now, you'll see we still have the spacing, so we need to get rid of this. But we only have a 6-point space after the last item in the list. So if I click here, highlight the last item, and we can add a space after paragraph. And then if you went to line spacing options, you can see it's 6, taken from the body style, I think. Right, let's just close that down so you can see the indentation. I'm happy with that. Okay. Identify the 5 subheadings in a document and apply the MB subhead style to each one. So the MB subhead should be center aligned, 18, italic and underline. So let me just double check. Actually, let's just apply it to styles, apply the style first. So global market growth. Let me double check if this is right. So 18, center aligned, italic and underlined. It looks like it's bold, this style here for some reason. So let me double check. Modify. No, Arial, 18, italic and underline. Let me double check the paragraph settings. Yeah, it looks fine to me. So let's apply it to the second one. This is the fourth one. And then the fifth one. Okay, save your changes. And let's now move forward. Okay. Question 10. Change the page layout so the subheading Global Market Growth and all the following text is displayed in 2 columns and there's an equal 1 centimeter space between the columns. So Global Market Growth. Yeah, so do we include this text? So that the subheading and all the following text, yeah. So let's highlight the text, including subtitle. If you go to layout, columns, I always go with the option which gives us more columns. select 2, we want an equal space in between the columns, which is this space here. Was it 1 centimeter? Yes. Press OK. Let's have a quick look. Okay, that's fine. Happy with that. Save the changes. Okay. Locate and copy the sentence, one reason many people, okay, so that it appears as a new paragraph after the text. Okay, so let's first of all use Control F again. Let's enter that text. Okay, so what we need to do is to copy the sentence. Okay, so this sentence here, so let me copy and paste it now, is going to appear as a new paragraph after the text mental and emotional health. So what I'm going to do is just click up here, type in mental and emotional health. So it's going to be appearing as a new paragraph after the text. Okay, so I'm just going to press enter, and yep, that's fine. Okay, actually let me go back to my document. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move this paragraph down so it starts on the next page. Yep, happy with that. Right, question 12. Using the data in the file j2120growth.csv, create a vertical bar chart to show the forecast growth of cross-country events only for the years 2020 to 2023. Okay, so let me highlight or locate this file. So if we go to my source folder, double click to open up the CSV file, and let's have a look what we need to do. So it's going to be a vertical bar chart to show the forecast growth of cross-country events only. So it's going to be these events only, and it's going to be from 2020 to 2023. I'm going to press Control to select the year, and then obviously this data here. So to create the vertical bar chart, click on Insert, click on the graph icon and select the vertical bar charts. Okay, actually what's happened here is it's basically created two bars, one for the years and then one for the actual data. So let's do that again. Let's just highlight these values here, go to Insert, select the bar chart option, here we go. And the first thing I'm going to do is change these 1s, 2, 3 and 4s to these values here. So if I right click on the graph and click on select data, so the horizontal axes need to refer to the years. So if I click on edit, we can select the years. Done. The next thing I'm going to do is click on quick layouts and select option 9, which gives us axis titles and chart titles and the legend as well. So now we've created a graph with the correct data, we now need to edit the graph. So we need to include this title. So because I've used the quick layouts, we can simply click on the chart titles and include our information. Okay. Format the value axis scale to display the title number of events. So let's click here. And with a minimum value of 9,000 and a maximum value of 10,500. So we need to basically format the axes. So you right click on the axes, click on Format Axes. So the minimum value, which we should see at the bottom, should be 9,000, and then the maximum value we should see is going to be 10,500. And we want to increase in units of or increments of 250. Okay. Yeah, that's done. Let's just move this here. Do not display only the values as data labels above each bar. So we need data labels. We right click on the bars, add data labels, and then add data labels. Okay, so you can see the values above the bars. Okay, do not display a category axis title or a legend. So we can get rid of this box down here. We can also get rid of the legend. Okay, done. Insert the chart after the paragraph ending number of cross-country events. So let me find that. Again, you can use Control F, search for the title or the text, number of cross-country events, and we need to insert the graph here. So what we need to do is to copy the graph first of all, and then insert the chart after the paragraph ending. Yeah, the chart and all data fits within the columns, all data labels are displayed and is in full with no overlap. So if we go to here, right click and then paste. Then we just make that a little bit bigger. Okay, so that's that done. For question 17, we need to import the image jh2120rider.jpg and place it in the paragraph beginning most races are organized. So let me find where this is. So again, you can use Control and F, and then you can search for the paragraph started here. So most races are organized. So how do we need to, or where do we insert it? So it's going to be to the left of the column and at the top of the paragraph. Okay, we're going to resize the picture so it's 3.5 centimeters wide and the text wraps around the image. So let's insert the picture first. So click on the left side, go to Insert Picture from this device. Yep, it's going to be this picture here. Let's resize the picture. So it's going to be 3.5 centimeters wide. Press enter. Let's make the text wrap, so tight, and crop the image to remove the top third, so most of the sky above the clouds. So click on the crop tool. So here's the cloud, so we need to remove most of that. I think that's about right. Yeah, crop. And it needs to be aligned to the top of the paragraph. Done. So we've got the picture in, we've cropped the first or the top part off, we resized it to 3.5 centimeters, it's aligned to the left of the column and top of the paragraph, and the text wraps around the image. Done. Question 18. Format the paragraph that starts research has shown. So again, we've been using this tool quite a lot, Control and F. Okay, so what do we need to do? Format the paragraph that starts research has shown so that it's indented by 1 centimeter but from both the left and right column. So let me highlight the paragraph first of all. And if I click on this little icon, right and left is going to be 1 centimeter. Oops, that's a little bit too much. Press OK. Okay. So format the paragraphs that starts research as shown, indented 1 centimeter from both the left and right column, and displays an external 3 to 4 point black border. Okay, so for the border, let's come to here. And what I'm going to do is Actually, should we go to design or layout? No, we'll go back to the border settings. We'll go borders and shading. So you want to draw or let's resize it first of all. So it's going to be between 3 to 4 points. So let's go for 3 points and select the box option and then press OK. Yep, that looks fine to me. Okay. And we've come to the end of the word section. So spell check and proofread a document. To spell check, we can go to review. We can click on spelling. Where is the spelling now? If you can't see anything, you can always search for it. So spelling and grammar. Is there any spelling mistakes? Okay, I think we're going to leave this as it is. Okay, I'm not sure where else that could be some. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that one as it is. Okay. So after the spell check is complete, we need to make sure, let me just highlight this. The list, chart and paragraph with the outside border are not split over columns or pages. Okay, so let me double check. Yep, so this paragraph has not been split across columns. Also, we can check the list. It's not been split over 2 columns. Yep, that's fine. And let me just have a quick look. Yeah, when a chart is obviously in 1 column as well. Okay, that's fine. There's no widows or orphans. There's no blank pages, and spacing is consistent between all items. So let me double check the spacing, widows and orphans. That looks fine. Just one thing that doesn't look right to me. I'm not sure why. Let me check this title here. So the title should be center aligned. Okay, so I'm not sure what's happened there. So it's always really useful to double check what you've done at the end. So this should be center aligned. So let me just modify this style. Okay, and I want to just double check the subhead. So MB title, center, MB subhead, which are these styles here. Yep, MB subhead. Let me just click on here. That's centered as well. MB body is justified, so that's the main font. And let me check for this one here. Yeah, subtitle is right aligned. Okay, so it's a good thing I checked and obviously I've spotted my mistake. Right, we've come to the end of this paper. So when you get to the end, save the document and then print it out. Print the document out, making sure the name, center number and candidate number are on your report. So the last thing you should be doing is going to File, Print, and then checking the print preview. So here you can see the candidate details in the header. We can see the formatting has been applied. This has not been split over 2 columns, even a chart or the list. We've fixed the title alignment. Okay, so we are good to go. If you want to zoom in a little bit, you can do so at the bottom. If you do print out and spot a mistake, you can always print again. So another thing to check for is to check if spacing is consistent, and obviously we've checked for the font styles, which is something we just fixed. Okay guys, I hope this video helps.